with AdVenture. I'm Kieran Griffin, and with me is one of our long-term clients, Dan Hunter from Hunter Garden Care. Dan runs a landscape and garden maintenance company in Dublin. So Dan, if you want to give a quick introduction to your business, yourself, and a service that you provide.
So my name's Dan Hunter. I'm the owner of HunterGardenCare.ie. As Kieran said, we're a landscape maintenance business based out of kind of North County Dublin. We're in business kind of similar time to Kieran with AdSuite. So we're in business coming up to 3 years this year. And that's basically what we do.
Great stuff. And then we've been helping you. We actually started off, I'll give a quick overview of the services that we provide you. So we've been running your lead generation campaigns on Facebook and Instagram, kind of on and off depending on the season and depending on how busy you get. And they've been going pretty well. But can you kind of give us an overview of the customers that we target or that you target, and why they pick your service over your competitors?
Yeah, so we kind of target people that either don't have the time to do their garden, they're just too busy, people working from home and all at the moment. There's a lot of, life has got a lot busier for people. So it's just people that either aren't into gardening, people that are too busy to do their garden, the older generation. So they're the kind of people that we're targeting, sending our leads out to the whole time anyway.
Yeah, and I guess what stands out to me is that especially during lockdown when everyone was just spending all their time at home and they were constantly seeing their garden, and if it was neglected, they might have reached out to you to transform the garden, make it nicer looking. And now that the country is reopened and life is back to normal, they don't want their garden to get back to that neglected phase. So then they re-engage with you to maybe stay on your subscription services and keep on top of it.
Exactly, outdoor living, was kind of the first thing back open after all these lockdowns, was outdoor living. So people you can still see it, it's great. People are still out walking in parks. They're still enjoying being outdoors because they realise, everyone was forced to go outdoors during lockdown. That's probably the best thing to ever happen to Ireland, because all of a sudden now people are constantly outdoors and they're looking at their garden and they realise they're enjoying this nice environment now they are. So, it's been actually quite good for our business, thank God.
Brilliant. And so, before you started work with us, then, what was business like in terms of, you were just starting out, where were you finding your new clients, or what kind of, what did business look like? How were you getting new customers before you started working with AdSuite?
Yeah, so before I started working with AdSuite, it's kind of mainly referrals. That is how a lot of our business was referral based. And then obviously in the quieter seasons we wouldn't have as many leads. Then we kind of started working with AdSuite, and it was kind of just increasing every month, was kind of getting busier month on, no matter what time of the year it was and
that's the same with a lot of the clients that we work with. It's really I suppose beneficial for us coming into a client who has an established business that has been built over word of mouth and referrals, because you're coming into a good client that's reputable, that provides a good quality service, and then just needs, like you said, and the down months just needs that extra boost, whether that be through an ad campaign. And I think that's one of the main problems that you're trying to overcome when you reach out to us, or when we reach out to you, that you have these down seasons, and it's about putting yourself out there and generating leads, starting conversations, and meeting new clients. So would that have been the biggest kind of problem you were trying to overcome when you were working with AdSuite?
Yeah, realistically, that's why, as I said, I reached out to yourself, and you were actually a referral. I touched base with some guy, I found him online.
Oh, that's right.
I don't even know who he was. And he recommended this guy in Kerry, and I was like, what's this fella in Kerry doing now? And all fairness, that was nearly 2 years ago,
crazy.
It's gas, and literally we've been working on that last 2 years, sort of, it's been great, So, so it's basically, it's just made us that bit busier in the January, February, coming into March sort of time. It's just made us that busy, that little bit busier all year round now, So I'd say it's been top class service that.
Brilliant. And just from your own kind of say your own experience with your own business, one of the questions I was going to ask was, what has been your best decision? Because you started, maybe a year ahead of me, or maybe around the same time as me, but you can make a lot of good and bad decisions along the way. So what's been your best decision and what's been your worst decision so far in your business journey?
The best decision has been taking the lead and going out working on my own. That's been the best decision so far. The worst decision, there's been so many of them. I don't know where to start. Like, there's been literally so many of them. Like, so there's bad decisions every week. Like, and they're not bad decisions. They're just, you just learn from them and you just get on with it. Like, it's if you don't let them drag you down, it's just literally learn from that mistake and on to the next one. Like, and always keep that mistake in the back pocket so it doesn't happen again. Like.
Yeah, I think that's an excellent point. Like, it's all about learning from the mistakes, and even if it's a bad decision, not to beat yourself up about it, just to take it and learn from it. Right, so looking ahead for Hunter Garden Care then, and for yourself and your business, like, what does the future look like for you, or where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Good question. I'd like to have more subscription gardens, like, so it's just guaranteed income all year round, like, maybe have another van store out on the road, but just want to keep it small and tight. So, like, it's that's kind of where, and I have a few other things in the pipeline that I'm not going to really say, like, but that's kind of where I see the business in a few years' time, like, that the business can, like, if I go away for two or three, that the business is just running itself basically. Yeah. So it's just going to take time for it to get to that. Like, so we just have to, like what you're doing yourself, you just have to work for it to get to that stage, like, where it can run itself basically, like.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's everyone's dream and goal with their own businesses, to build it from the ground up and then be in a position to kind of, take a back seat. Maybe you focus on growing it rather than working in it, because I think what a lot of us have to go through when we start off our own business, we're doing the dirty work, we're doing we're working in the business, not on the business. And I guess that's everyone's goal, is just to kind of be able to grow to that stage where it runs automatically. I guess if there was one word that you would use to describe your experience working with AdSuite, what would that be?
One word of top class, really. It was like from the get-go, like, as I said, the first initial Zoom, like, when was it? I said 2 years ago, the first initial Zoom call we had, and then you're like, just the professionalism as well of you sending over the videos of each, like, brief, what's going to happen. Like, it's just for top class service. It is, like, so, like, straight away I remember seeing that the video you sent us, the first video of explaining step by step, and that's the way I do. Like, that's the way I work as well. I explain, like, I'm up front with customers, like, and I explain step by step what's going to happen, like, and you kind of done the same thing, and straight away I was like, clicked with me. I was like, this lad knows what he's doing, like.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, and I think it's really important, like, even for yourself in your own business, to keep the customer in the loop of what's going on, not to keep them in the dark, and make them feel valued and part of the process. So then, thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure working with you, and to be honest, like, I nearly consider us friends at this stage, as opposed to just like a client relationship. We have the laugh in WhatsApp a few times. And
exactly. I mean, we've had chats before just about business in general for half an hour on the phone book to do AdSuite, like.
Yeah.
So, as I said, when I'm down in Cork, I'll grab a coffee or a beer. More than likely a beer, man. We've had enough coffee last year.
100%. Thanks a million.
Spot on, mate. Thanks a million. Cheers.